I'm Earth Looking 23. You're joining me for The Academy, Chapter 14. You play as Chloe Winters. It's nearly dinner time. You're heading back to the dorms after a nice little anatomy lesson with a fellow student. Taking the usual shortcut back way, you notice a heap of clothes by the gate. We let one charity case into the academy, and now we have homeless people camping out on campus? You squint to get a better look, something you hardly ever do because everyone knows squinting and laughing cause wrinkles. What is that? That can't be him. But that's definitely Peter, out cold in the grass. You sigh. The things I do for Queen and Country. You stand over him and nudge him with your foot. He doesn't budge. You study his form more closely. Interesting. Even in low-rent athletic wear, he looks good. You try it again to rouse him. Wakey wakey, Master Foster! Then you realize he's not asleep. He's hurt. He's still breathing. At least there's that. I'm not in the mood for a dead body this evening. Your impulse is to walk away. It's not like I owe him anything. Then you remember Anton's threat to spill your secret. And your idea about enjoying Peter as this semester's distraction. What girl wouldn't kill two birds with one stone? I will snap a photo or call security. Call security. You could be seriously injured, right? I have the good-looking captain's private cell phone number. We've been improperly introduced several times. I'll just call from my room so no one wonders what I'm doing alone with the Tony. Then you notice the mud on his shoes. This changes everything. Peter! Peter, wake up! You pinch his bicep, it's warm. Nicely defined muscle there. Not bad at all. But there's still no reaction. You shake him, he stirs a little. You shake him harder. Hey, get up! He finally startles awake. This is not the place for a nap, Tony. Peter scrambles to his feet, probably a little faster than he probably should. He wobbles and rubs the back of his head. Someone hit me. He frowns at a smear of blood on his hand. Ew, what happened? No idea. The last thing I remember was walking out here and then everything went black. You were off campus. I knew it. Peter nods and you sigh. You know you aren't supposed to go off campus, right? They'll kick you out. Yeah, I know. Chloe frowns at the forest in the distance. If you were hit out there, how did you get back here? Someone must have dragged me back to the fence, I guess. You've taken Peter's shorts, shoes, caked in gray mud. Out of the corner of your eye, you see some students approaching. Come with me, this way. No, I'm fine, I'll just... You're covered in that mud, which only comes from one place runner. I'm assuming you don't want to risk expulsion twice in 1 week? Peter relents and follows you towards the chapel. In the garden, you point a hose out and step back while he rinses the mud off. I actually have a lot of practice at those. And what? Covering up for my friends after blackouts. I didn't black out, someone knocked me out. Last year, Sophia blacked out at Met Ball. So embarrassing. I mean, she had a crazy season, even by her own standards. Peter stares at you, puzzled. She insisted she cleans. But, come on, it's Sophia. She has zero willpower, we all know that. Hell, she knows that. Peter's expression indicates profound confusion. What's the matter? Aren't you friends with Sophia? Of course, why? Peter shakes his head and goes back to cleaning his shoes. He must be gay. That's why he's concentrating on those damn shoes instead of me. Uh-huh. That must be it. But I saw how he looked at Sophia. There's no way he's gay. It's a good thing Sophia sends all of her allowance to the Indian village. Otherwise, well, that plus anything else she gets her hands on would go... You gesture to your nose. Really? Yeah, crazy, I know. She seems perfect. And then when guys find out the truth, they try to save her. Makes me ill. Peter rubs his head again. This time his fingers come back really bloody. Ah. What? I'm going to beat the shit out of Anton. That's what. You're not in your urban jungle anymore. Haven't you learned anything here? I don't care if I get kicked out, that guy's going down. He's seriously angry. Think. I can best leverage that emotion by not uttering a word. That way no one can blame me for inciting violence. I'll just walk away, innocent as you please. Then you make the mistake of letting your eyes roam over Peter's body once again. That's the boring choice. Besides, I wasn't put on this earth to do nothing, and innocence doesn't suit me at all. Slow down there, Peter. That's not how this is done. You want to get expelled and be a Farah for the rest of your life? Not any more than I want to let that jackass get away with this. I heard you can't let anything go around her. And that guy deserves a good beatdown. Ooh, his willingness to use brute force thrills me. I wouldn't mind testing that out in bed. No one thinks of brute force as, oh, you can brute force me any day. He stops beating his chest long enough to notice you're watching him with amusement. You think it's funny? I think you're busy puffing up your pecs. You're failing to properly examine your options. Peter calms down a bit. You want to tell me what they are exactly? These options? Step a bit closer to him, you hear him breathing. Are you asking for my help? His eyes narrow. He's kind of more of a thinker than I realized. No, I'm through asking anyone for anything. See you around. He turns off the hose and starts to go. You speak quietly. Anton's image is everything to him. Peter turns around, intrigued. If you really want to make him pay, take away the image he worked so hard to project. I suppose you have an idea how I could do that? Time for a smidgen of encouragement. It might require a little anonymous help from me, and you won't have to worry about getting expelled. Peter mulls your offer over. So what is it? What do you want me to do? Now to move in for the kill. I want to go back to your room. Peter leans back, surprised. Get him thinking about it, and snatch it away. That's so not what I meant. We need to use your computer. You're right. Yeah, I thought so. The boy is blushing. Blushing. Who blushes? I could hug him right now. I blush? What? You think guys don't blush? Oh, they blush. If I were totally sozzled, or if I could make Sophia jealous. You smile warmly at him. Mixed signals are your forte, and indicate he could lead the way. You walk past a couple of girls who check out Peter's body, and you smile to yourself. So what's your deal with Anton? I have no deal with Anton. Then why help me? It gives me pleasure. Me screwing Anton over pleases you? You know, we'll get along much better if you stop asking questions. His eyes narrow, you soften your voice. Everything works differently at the Academy. You'll find things run more smoothly if you go with the flow. Like if I ask you to take me to your room, I had meant something more fun. Moisten your lips a touch and shoot him a naughty smile. Would you really want to ruin that moment with questions? I mean, that's an intellectual, so yeah. Or would you rise to the occasion? Oh, I see what you did there. Peter studies you, searching your face. He obviously can't tell if you're serious, taking the piss out of him, or testing the waters for a full-on seduction. His earnestness surprises you. He's either confused nor frustrated by the question. I don't know which. He's also not trying to play it cool or play you. He hasn't even tried to impress me once. You can't remember the last time that happened with a man. As you approach the entrance to the boys' dorm, you stop. Anton's room is at the top of the main staircase. What if he sees us? What if we're caught by a proctor? I decide to... march right in. If I'm caught, I'll just pretend I'm come to see my dear brother Richard. Like a family emergency, a diplomatic crisis or something. Except that Richard is the proctor and a total rule follower. So he turned me into a score points with Browning. Better not risk it. See? Look, illusion of choice. You adopt an heir, you hope, reads ambivalent. Why don't you just tell me what room you're in? Peter hesitates. Do I need to explain everything to him? Some people might get the wrong idea about me going to your room. I know a shortcut so I won't be seen. And before you ask, no, I don't make it a habit of sneaking into boys' dorms. Richard told me about the shortcut. I didn't say anything. But you were thinking it. I really wasn't. Peter looks directly in your eyes and gives you his room number. And then he walks up the main stairs and doesn't look back. Nice ass, too. Does he want to know the shortcut? He's an odd one, this Peter Foster, that's for sure. 10 minutes later, in Peter's room, a bright white square glows in the middle of his monitor. An image forms from pixels. It's a charcoal sketch of Sophia. She's nude, her chin tilted up, her mouth partly open. I wouldn't tell Anton this unless he had a knife to my throat. But the likeliness is actually excellent. Tasteful, even. It doesn't show the naughty bits. But it does show a birthmark near a very naughty place. And that's how the girls will know it's authentic. And once the girls know, everyone else will as well. The image enlarges briefly, flashing a signature at the top of the page. Anton Volsky, Moscow, Paris, New York. He squelched a giggle. Anton has been working so hard on getting Sophia back. But she will freak when she sees us. That's the price you pay for ordering me around, Volsky. Peter stares at the image on the monitor. You can't decide if he's admiring it or having second thoughts about posting it on the tunnel. What'll happen if we share this? So he's weighing the consequences. How inconvenient. He better not back out. I decide to lie. It's not like your computer will explode or anything. I'm sure most of the boys in the school have already seen it for real. We'll have a laugh, it'll be quickly forgotten, and so press enter. What are you waiting for? Peter looks at you and then back at the screen, hesitating. This preoccupation with good behavior is really rather annoying. Tips for uploading the tunnel glow on the screen. The cursor blinks. Do I have to do everything? Maybe accidental, on-purpose boob contact with his will turn his brain off. You lean over the keyboard, pressing your chest against Peter's shoulder as you type. Hey, Anton, it's never, ever, ever gonna happen. Peter leans away. What is this guy, a saint? You stare straight ahead, deep in thought. One more nudge ought to seal the deal. How's your head? Still bleeding? Peter's eyes narrow at the memory of being clubbed on the skull. That's all it takes. He presses enter. The JPEG uploads. Within seconds, the comment section explodes. Ooh, allow me to narrate the live stream. LOL, seriously, Volsky is an ass. Too funny. Never gonna happen with me either. Right on. They keep coming. Comment after comment, all mocking Anton. This is turning out even better than I expected. You squeal in delight. Good times. Peter pushes away from his desk, staring at the computer. For a split second, you think he may just express his joy in an intimate manner, but then you see he's not laughing. I was hoping for a grateful hug, or at least a smug rubbing of shoulders. Here I'm risking my reputation being this townie's room to help him, no less, and he's gone all gloomy Gus on me. You decide to take what he is an offering, give him a quick peck on his cheek. Welcome to the big leagues, kid. Peter checks the hallway for you. All clear. And he spots something. He squints. The expression on his face, pure dread, makes you stop in your tracks. In front of Richard's door is a pair of shoes. The shoes are caked with gray mud, exactly like with the mud Peter washed off his shoes not an hour ago. It was Richard out there in the forest. It was Richard who knocked him out. Peter realizes at the same moment you do. He just got back at the wrong guy. Whoops. You wonder if you should thank Peter for doing your dirty work. Instead, you shrug daintily and sneak back down the staircase, leaving Peter frozen in his doorway. I mean, what's there left to say? He has no idea of the enemy he just made. I mean, technically you didn't help matters, but I digress. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Without further ado, stay tuned for Chapter 15, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.